This is St. Louis on the Air from St. Louis Public Radio. I'm Elaine Cha. It's now time for what many listeners out there have come to anticipate, the St. Louis on the Air monthly new music roundup, featuring recent releases by artists who represent a range of genres and are either based in or are from St. Louis. Here to share their picks for our June edition, we have Ryan Big Esco Brown, DJ, and one half of the St. Louis hip-hop duo Souls of Liberty. Welcome back to our Roundup show.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
And of course, we have Miya Norfleet, St. Louis on the Air producer and the originator of this monthly new music show. Miya.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Now, before we get started, a quick reminder. Everything we play today is on our monthly STL Music playlist on Spotify. Just search for St. Louis on the Air, New Music Roundup. So let's get into this. The first pick is one that comes from you, Esco. Let's hear a little bit of Spaghetti by Ja Imani.
It's been a minute since I did this. Give me a blank canvas, I gotta paint me a picture. Some things I never forget, try my hardest not to remember. I'm loaded, these perkies got me emotional in my feelings. My homie that I was low, so he threw me a couple bricks. But I was talking about mentally, I've been feeling like this. And I never let that shit get to me. It is what it is. Reminiscing when me and Brody hit that lick on that crib. Now my hit no longer here. I hope I see him again. Or will I go down the hill and burn for everything I did? My mama be trying to tell me go see the Reverend repent. But I be trying to tell mama can't walk in church with these sticks. So she just pray for me. I remember them days when I used to take from her. I hid all of my pain, I just ran away from it. Was whistling every day, took itself away from me. I can't even spend, I can't get revenge. God forgive my sins. Why I ain't come back and see Granny before she died? That made me sick. Why they tell me stay in school, then act surprised when I had quit. When my God would be rude, and I know he proud of me, I did it. On the death race to my doom, same place they found me where I finished. It's been a hell of a race. I've been busy trying to keep up the pace. I've been focused trying to create the wave. Searching for my soul, I don't really know. I think I lost it somewhere on the way. I've been chasing goals with my eyes closed. I can do this shit on my darkest day. Now let us pray. Yeah, and it's about to feel.
That was Spaghetti by Ja Imani. What is it that appeals to you about this particular track, Ryan?
He's so vulnerable. A lot of the music that I listen to from him, he's talking about a lot of stuff. It feels like I've never gotten a chance to hang out with him. We've crossed paths in the studio, different performances, but when I listen to his music, it feels like I've known him for a long time. He was featured on the Midwest Apple Music playlist. We've been on there too, so it's always good to just see other St. Louis artists represented.
What did you think hearing this one?
I mean, this was my first introduction to this artist. And like Esco said, very, very emotionally raw. And I listened to the songs over and over and over and over in preparation for the show. And there were moments where I was like, oh my goodness, this, like, I don't know him at all, but I wanted to like hug him, you know?
Well, the vibe of the next song that is on the roundup is very different. Miya, tell us about this one.
Yeah, like I said, after listening to Spaghetti, I wanted to give a hug. And so this next song is one of my picks, and it's something that even I personally have needed, like have a calming effect. This is Space by Nico Marie and Bloom.
And that is Nico Marie and Bloom with Space. That is very different, right, Ryan?
For some.
Where does that put you?
In a very calm space.
Yeah.
Bloom is such a veteran artist in St. Louis. I feel like she was very groundbreaking with her sound, her visuals, her presentation. And to see Nico kind of continue to evolve in this space and now get into a different type of audio space because she's a DJ.
DJ, yeah.
it's kind of amazing. So no, I've heard this project, very zen, very mellow.
And when we had Nico here in January talking about this release, like she shared with us that she wanted to put this out for people because she felt that it was about to be a really difficult year. And wow, lo and behold, it's been rough. So like I said, this has been something that I've gone to personally. It's like, I just need to calm down. My brain is going 1,000 miles a minute. And at some point, your girl need to go to sleep. So I put this on even for myself when things get really pressing and I need to just sit down and relax and calm my body down.
Now, speaking of relaxing, calming down, and places and spaces, Ryan, the next song that you have chosen is by Damone. Tell us about this song.
Well, I actually got to see her perform recently at the Dark Room. Hearing this song on Spotify doesn't do it justice. Hearing it live, it really spoke to me. I feel like she's one of the emerging R&B artists here that are kind of helping the R&B scene here rise. I feel like it's a lot of artists that are like that, but she has such a unique sound. I think too, her being from Baltimore kind of brings a different element that we don't have here. So it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Let's listen to some of this. It is Take Me to a Place I Know by Damone.
Sunset light on, and you're smoking that good stuff, baby. You look so good standing in the mirror. Baby, I'm in love with your figure, your figure. Let's water the plants tomorrow. They're looking kind of down on energy. Go on and take my hand if you're feeling scared. Feeling, it's just a feeling. Take me to the world that I know. When close to me, come and take me to the world that I know.
And that is Take Me to a Place I Know by Damone. I would love to hear this live because it has an effect recorded, but to imagine how it feels when you can like physically feel the music. Yeah. We're going to move to a very different place. We're kind of doing a little bit of this today. The next pick is a pick from a band called Jig Jam.
Yes,
Maya.
Jig Jam. So this actually also serves as a shout out to our former production intern, Jada Jones. Woo! Before she left us, before the summer, she introduced me to Jig Jam because I asked her, I'm like, I need to get hip to country music. It's one of my blind spots, but we got a lot of it here in Missouri and in the Metro East. Find me some country music. And she introduced me to Jig Jam. So this is their song, All These Roads.
Heading out for another long stretch. Can't pull your arms off my neck. 49 days seems far too long. Baby, stay in bed. My bag's loaded up, I hate to go. Drifting along on ribbons we don't know. Flying high in the stage time lights. I'm crying for missing you every night. And the wheels keep on turning. They won't carry me home. In the evening when the sun goes down, I'll dream old roads to lead me back to you. Spending nights on steel strings, across the land far and wide. Meeting fine folks every night, but I'm thinking of you every time we sing of home. And the wheels keep on turning.
And that is All These Roads by Jig Jam.
So like I said, country music is a blind spot. I usually rely on executive producer Alex Hoyer to get me hip as well. But I don't even know if he's listened to this song yet, but I think he will like it. I also just like the banjo in there. When I looked into Jig Jam more, they performed at the Grand Ole Opry, which if I know anything about country, I know if you perform on that stage, you know what you're doing.
Right.
And it's really cool that we have that talent here, along with like I said, every single genre you can find in our region.
And I think it was described as like the best Irish bluegrass band, which is
Because I ran to Emily Woodbury. I'm like, Irish music?
Yes,
ma'am,
exactly.
Are you hip? Come on.
I was thinking Sinners, but I was like,
Oh, I mean,
am I wrong over here?
No,
but it
you're
was
not.
giving new Sinners vibe. I liked it. It was good. It
But
was
like,
good.
hopefully, better. No spoilers. Never mind.
and again, that was Jig Jam, All These Roads. Now, speaking of films,
Hey.
the nice setup there. Ryan, the next song that you chose, tell us the title of the song and what about it put it on your list for this month.
Okay, well, the song is called Queen and Slim by a new artist named Molly P. Now, for me, I am a DJ as well, so I love playing music for people that they don't know or that they didn't know they needed to know. And Molly P, I'm calling it here. She is the next R&B singer on our scene.
Okay.
Oh.
So
You heard it here
that's
first.
why I put her
Okay.
on the playlist.
Well, and let's hear what it is that so compelled you. This is Queen and Slim by Molly P.
Boy, I'll hold your gun, give me that. Anything you want, I'll be there. Yeah. Can't you see? You're looking for your ride or die. Loyalty's more than something that you want. It's what you need. And by the way you move, you're proving yours to me. We can show loyalty, right at 11 deep. You better let them know that that's me. Use a move like
And that is Queen and Slim by Molly P. So for those who don't understand the film reference here, what is it, Ryan?
Queen and Slim was a film that came out, I want to say like 2018.
Some years ago, yeah. It's
A
been
few
hot-
years
it's
ago.
Pre-pandemic, yeah.
Pre-pandemic, so anything before the pandemic, we barely remember. But
Right.
Queen and Slim was a black love story. It gave a little bit of hood Romeo and Juliet, a little
Or
bit.
hood, what's the couple that like robbed a bank and ran away? Come
The
on.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and
Bonnie and Clyde,
There
a
it
little
is.
bit of Bonnie and Clyde, a little bit of Romeo and Juliet in a modern time. Molly, I feel like, again, another artist that is super vulnerable. I've heard some of her other music that she's yet to release, and she is just kind of raw.
Yeah.
And her voice really cuts through records. She has good ear for beats and music and stuff too. So,
Well, moving to a very different vibe.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And Maya, when you listened to this song, the rest of the office also heard you.
Yeah.
So tell us about Umami's Jadoo.
Yes, Umami has a new EP out, Pajaman. It is amazing. It came out on June 10th, and I'm sitting at my desk doing what I do, see the album out, press play, I'm enjoying it, and then all of a sudden Jadoo comes on, and I got to moving.
And that is Jadu by Umami.
Oh my goodness. I need y'all to imagine it's literally first thing in the morning, not even 11 yet. We haven't even started thinking about the show that hard. And this song comes on, that beat drop. I got up out my seat, forgot where I was for a second. And then I sat back down because then I remembered where I was. I am at work. I need to not be dancing like I am at work. So I shouted at Elaine. I'm like, Elaine, I'm sending you a link. You need to play this right now.
Yes.
And then I had to change up all my picks for the month. I'm like, well, now I got to play this song. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really, really love this song. I love the incorporation of like drum and bass and some Jersey club and with like traditional music from Umami's, his culture. And it just brought me so much joy. Like we've already talked about, it's been one heck of a year. Heck of a month. Mm-hmm. And this just like brought so much joy to me.
Yeah. And you have a connection, Ryan, to Umami, right?
Yeah. I've DJed with him a couple times, and we're actually supposed to be, he does like an event in Benton Park where he gathers DJs, and I'm supposed to be doing the next one. So
I gotta be there.
Umami is super, he's big on the music scene, but literally too, like Umami is a big person.
Yeah,
that was the biggest thing that I took away from I met him. I was just like, oh, Mommy's like tall. Like, it's not a lot of tall DJs. Really. I was like, okay, that's what's up.
That's really funny. And again, that was Jaju by Umami. So the last pick that you chose, Ryan, is one that has a very different feel. And this one is Tears Wiped by Slow Spread Love.
Now all of these people be saying I'm next, but right now I feel like the best. They looking for me just to come say the day, like I got an S on my chest. They do all that capping, it's just for the net, like really, what do you expect? Lately I just really wanna clear my head, I'm wiping my tears with a big old Benjamin, the money ain't making no better. I'm missing my dogs, they handing out sentences, no they not writing no letters. And no I can't fall for none of these, this is the king, I need a Coretta. And all I got left is just pictures and memories, lately I'm feeling that pressure. I'm making these songs just hoping they feeling me, I gotta stay here forever. I just want a ball, protecting my energy, think I just hit a new level. At first I was lost, but I got the remedy, think I just stepped on the pedal. I'm ready for war, brought a tank to the battle. I ran up the squad, they like we cannot catch. I'm wiping my tears while I'm dumping my ashes. This ended discussion when I get defined in my flow, this shot out the oven. It's time to go up on the budget.
And that is Tears Wiped by Slow Spread Love. So there's a bit of a pattern with some of the things you've chosen, Ryan. Vulnerability, people being very real about the pain and the experiences that they've gone through. But is there also an element of sort of relating to this as someone who's both a DJ and a composer?
Yeah, I think that I have a special kind of soft spot and for people and artists who are trying to make something that feels real. I feel like in hip-hop in particular, there was a oversaturation of what I would consider like club music, and a lack of that word again, vulnerability and authenticity. And so, I think some things that have happened in the mainstream of hip hop have definitely helped steer that new trend. And so I think the artists that are kind of hitting on that vein right now just deserve that love because it hits different.
Yeah. I mean, we all looked at each other very knowingly when you're talking about the trend, and that is like being real in hip-hop and not using it as a platform.
Yeah. Rapping about your actual lived experience is what you know and not what you just see trending on social media.
Right.
The last song actually is one that comes from Ryan, Big Esco Brown, and his partner in Souls of Liberty. And this song is called Jonte Porter. Let's listen first before we get why you picked this, Maya.
City like a jungle, and it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Betting on myself, but I never bet the under. I always bet the over. How many verses till I finally spit for Hova? How many sessions till I finally get some closure? I play with my heart like I went to Villanova, but I play for the city. I ain't talking soccer. I used to beg my mama just to hit the Foot Locker. Check my kick game when I hit the Knicks game. Designer sunglasses only with the big frames. Follow the blueprint, that's why I never change. Stuck in my ways, don't rock do-rags, I'm starting the waves. While y'all water down the game, it's starting to fade. I ain't the intern no more, it's time to get paid. Lame showed they face and we parted ways. Backstabber should've listened to the OJs. So I'm betting on myself like I'm Jonte. From boys to men like I'm Wanye. Getting all my dreams like I'm Kanye. We are not the same.
And that is Jonte Porter by Souls of Liberty. All right, I'm not sure who to go to first
I'll
for
start.
this. Okay.
I think it's because of the fact that I've known Esco for as long as I have, that you don't have a visual for this song yet, right?
No.
But I have one in my head because I know, like, I can see Esco rapping this. Also, even like the whole thing with the waves, I'm still mad at you for cutting your locks. And this is my time to call you out on the radio about it. But no, this is a great song. It exudes self-confidence. I think it's also just funny, a Jonte Porter reference, because if y'all don't know, Souls of Liberty love sports, love basketball, and Jonte Porter got in a lot of trouble, but we're not getting in trouble for betting on ourselves.
Yeah.
That much is true.
So having this song be chosen by someone else, and what you were talking about insofar as authenticity, and doing the thing that you think other people in hip hop should be doing. Like, what does it feel like to hear this?
I guess when I make the music, I don't do it with that intention for people to receive it. Like, I'm doing this so they know it's real.
Yeah.
I try to just always start from that place. So, for instance, Jonte Porter, I know Jonte's father. So, Michael Porter Sr. Was like a mentor for me when I was in college. I used to work with the women's basketball team at Mizzou. And so I met his father there, and he was just a mentor for me for those 3 years. So watching Jonte's older brother, Michael, go on and have his career, I was really rooting for Jonte, not just because they're from Missouri, but, you know, I just kind of know his family. And so more than anything, I just have a lot of empathy for what he did. I feel like his basis was trying to bet on himself and do something a little bit different. He's just a young person and just didn't understand the ramifications of what he was doing. But the spirit and the idea of betting on himself and trying to literally, you know, come up off of his own mind, off of the position that he put himself in, I can somewhat understand what he was trying to do. So I think the song just coming from that kind of even standpoint of us just knowing their family and then just us in a certain way kind of not standing up for Jonte in a way, but just not wanting to, you know, have everybody just rag on him in that way.
I have to ask, what is the thing that Jonte Porter is known for?
He is banned from the NBA for making bets. And
Sports
so
betting.
he
That is what
literally
it is.
bet
He
on
literally
himself.
bet on himself.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, sports betting has been something we've talked about a lot on this show outside music. So this it hits close to home in a lot of ways. Yeah. Well, this has been another edition, number 8 of our monthly music roundup. Ryan Big Esco Brown is a DJ and one half of the St. Louis hip-hop duo Souls of Liberty, and Miya Norfleet is a producer for St. Louis on the Air. Miya and Ryan, thank you so much for all of your recommendations.
Thank you.
And remember, everything we played today is on our monthly STL Music playlist on Spotify. Just search for St. Louis on the Air, New Music Roundup. From today through Friday, June 27th, the St. Louis on the Air team will be on its annual summer broadcast break. We'll be back with fresh new content on Monday, June 30th with our monthly legal roundtable. When you miss us, we're only a podcast away. You can catch up on conversations you missed or re-listen to ones you enjoyed on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Just search St. Louis on the Air.
This episode was produced and edited by Miya Norfleet.
Our audio engineer is Aaron Dorr. This podcast was mixed and edited by Aaron.
Our executive producer is Alex Hoyer.
St. Louis on the Air is a production of St. Louis Public Radio. Understanding starts here.
Do you find yourself regularly listening to episodes of St. Louis on the Air? Suggest us to a friend you think might enjoy our conversations, and leave us a review and rating on Apple Podcasts on the App Store. It's the simplest way to help people discover our show. Thank you.
St. Louis Public Radio is a member-supported service of the University of Missouri St. Louis.